Uh, Batch number 41 today. It's going to be a nice German Munich. It's the third time we've made this beer. Very tasty. You got the strike water on now. So yeah, we got the ingredients on the table here. We're about ready to grind the grain here. I'm going to get that ground up here. I got to get the drill on there. And some of the mess here, some of the grains we're using today. Got a big mess. I get doing. Of course, big mess. So here's the drill. Going to get that going. Grind it up. Strike water's almost up to temperature there. And we'll get back to you when we're mashing in, I guess. Bring the strike water into the mash tun now. And we'll get a final temperature of that as we go in. It's getting low. I hope I got enough water here. Alright, I like to dump the rest. Otherwise this will get too heavy to pick up. We'll let it siphon. Let it siphon down to its bottom there. And it shuts off. Then we'll pick this up and we're going to dough in. Just about up to my mark here. That red line is 7 gallons, right on the money. Go in. Oh, my hand was dropped it. I'm not worried about just stirring it a little more vigorously. I haven't had a problem. There's that one stalk as far as we hit it. So this is the Munich beer. We're going in. Come on, Snowman, camera, get back up. Hanging up straight with the camera. What happened? So yeah, we're doing. Oh, it smells delicious. Oh man. And we got to get a temperature here. If it's too warm, we'll add ice. It's not a big deal. Nice stir job we're doing. Nice. Hoo-ha! Oh. Man, does that smell good. And we didn't go over the top of the mash tun this time. Oh, that's a beauty.
It smells wonderful.
Now we'll get our temperature. Gauge. Okay, keep that spoon handy. 161, a little high. I want to be at 158. Give that a little stir down at the bottom slowly. Bring some stuff up to the top. Easy. 162. Gonna have to add a little ice. Or trust it just cooling down enough. 162. It's 4 degrees hotter that I want to be here. So we'll just throw a couple little ice cubes in here. Nothing major, but I like to stay right on target here. I'm going to stab myself with a thermometer if I'm not careful. This is going to take a couple. Cool it down quick. Oh boy, that splattered on the floor. Looks like another floor wash to me. That'll probably do it by the time I go ahead and go ahead and stir it back up. So yeah, I'm gonna get the spoon in here because my helper walked away. So we'll get back to you on the final temperature, and then we start the hour countdown. Fridge down here, picking our yeast and stuff. So we're gonna stick to the recipe. The one was the T58. That's gonna be the yeast, and we're gonna try some. I believe the Amarillo and some Hirsch broccoli at the end. So I'm gonna do an inventory in the fridge again. So far we got 3 wheat beers left, 3 pumpkins, 6 cherry beers, 5 plum beers. Well, excuse me, it's actually a 6-pack of the pumpkin beers. So we got more upstairs. That's almost ready to come down here. And a German Munich. She's done an hour mash. We did 4 verlofs, and we're draining it into the boil kettle right now. Got a nice smell to it. I always use a funnel with a screen, catch any other little particulates. I've talked about that in the past. And I'm in no hurry. I'll let that drain in there slowly. There's no rush to get it full speed or anything like that. Because I'll probably pinch the hose off here and have a problem. There, that's right. So yeah, we let that drain into the boil kettle, and we'll have this on the stove here in about 10 minutes. Bring it up to a boil, add our first addition of hops. Yeah, we will. Because that's how we do it, that's for sure. You're going to boil a little bit of yeah, some more water here in case we got to do a sparge, which we probably will have to. Add about a quart to the sparge there. Oh, the dishwasher's making noise. Time for a new one of those. Get back to you when we get in the boil and add the hops. Okay, back to the German Munich brew. Got the mash tun empty into the boil kettle. She's just coming up to a boil. I got 205. She's coming up to a boil. I gotta watch it don't boil over. This is that German Munich we talked about, so gonna get this one done. A little bit more cleanup to go. No accidents yet. How you doing? No accidents. Believe that, eh? Okay. No accidents, Rupert. No accidents, my boys. Not yet. It's not over yet, though. We can still boil this over any second. So we're going to shut down and really concentrate on this. Just brought up the candy sugar. A 1060 pre-boil. I should throw that in there. Oh, it's going to come over if I don't watch it. 1060 pre-boil. We're going to use the T58 yeast today. I've used this before on this very same beer, the Munich beer. It's going to be a little bit higher in alcohol than the previous two. They came in at 4%. This is going to come in at about 5 to 6%, maybe a little bit higher. I'll go figure. So yeah, let's see how this turns out. We'll get back to you when transferring it into the fermenting tank, which is sitting here with the wort chiller in it, all almost hooked up. Just got to hook it into the thing, put it in my spoon hole. Remember the spoon hole down there? Spoon hole's in place. So I got to get back to watching the kettle here because she'll go over. But yeah, homemade candy sugar that we made, I don't know, about a month ago. This time we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Let me break it up in this bag. There we go. All broken up nicely. Nice Belgian candy sugar. So yeah, we'll get back to you. That's going to bring it up at the end boil. I'm going to take a guess at, when we started at 1060, 1068, we're going to end at 1070. That's my prediction. We'll get back to you on that as soon as we go to the fermenter. I missed the first edition of hops, putting it in the beer here. So I got the German Hirschbräucher at the end for the last 15 minutes. I'm going to stick that in there, of course. What am I looking at here? We put the Amarillo. Were the ones we put in here in the Munich beer in the beginning for the full hour. So we're down to the last 15 minutes. We'll cut open the Hirschbräucher ones. Nice German hop Hirschbräucher. And we'll dump them in. Down to the last 15 minutes. I broke up the candy sugar. And it's broken up good enough. We'll cut that open. Cut that open, dump that in. And I'm going to get my Irish moss. Get that in there. Alright. Oh, good candy sugars. I don't want to get splashed here. Get the candy sugar in. Bingo. And we get our Irish moss. It's the last 15 minutes. We're close to flame out. We got the wort chiller hooked up. Comes the Irish moss. Do-do-do, like to use a cap full of that again. Irish moss. It's a clarifying agent for those who don't know. So I put a capful in there. Oops, that's a little bit more, but I guess this beer will be cleaner. Okay, Irish moss is in. And flame out in 15 minutes. And we'll pitch the yeast. Come back up to a boil here. Clean up my mess. Work chiller's in. Cold water's on. Got my hose in the, in the hole again, the spoon hole. Everybody should have a good spoon hole. I talked about that before. Spoon holes are good. Okay, water's on. Spray bottle's ready. The pump's in. The transfer pump is in here. Fill it with more fluid. Get the hose full. Sanitizer. Using new sanitizer this time. This is the old stuff we use for a good month or better on many projects. So yeah, we're moving right along here. Another, I can say 15 minutes is flame out. Here, we finished at 1072. If I didn't say that already. Holy cow, 1072. It's gonna be a strong beer. It's gonna be a good beer. Of course, we got all those beers over there we got to put away yet. So we're starting to stock up for the summer months. They'll come quick. We got Buffalo Bills tomorrow. Let's all go Bills. Hope they win.